Hey everyone, thank you for joining me for a new video, and today we are taking a look at the playthrough for Full Throttle.
Whenever I smell asphalt, I think of Marine. That's the last sensation I had before I blacked out. The thick smell of asphalt. And the first thing I saw when I woke up was her face. She said she'd fix my bike. Free. No strings attached. I should have known then that things are never that simple. Yeah, when I think of Marine, I think of two things. Asphalt and trouble.
Rip Burger, you're dumber than dirt.
Oh, Mr. Corley, if you'd only listen to my plan, my vision.
I know your plan, Rip Burger. You're waiting for me to die so you can take over my company.
Oh, sir, that's horrible. I am not waiting for you to die.
You know I've never liked you, Rip. But you have business know-how and killer instincts that I respect.
Why, thank you, sir.
But this latest idea of yours, riding up to our shareholders' meeting with a gang of bikers? Who do you think you're fooling?
The shareholders, sir. It's good PR to be seen hobnobbing with real Corley Motors customers.
What do you know about our customers, Adrian? You've never even been on a bike.
Well, you know I'd be on one right now, sir, if it weren't for my destabilizing inner ear condition.
Ah, your ears are fine. It's what's between them that scares me.
And at this point I'm going to have to mute out the music because it is going to be copyrighted. And that is a song called Legacy by a band called the Gone Jackals.
Now there goes some boys I could ride with. Step on it. Let's find out who they are.
And we're back to muted again. So this is a game called Full Throttle. This was a game I played many years ago, back in the 90s. This was a point-and-click adventure game. And at the time, LucasArts was the king of those kind of games. And Full Throttle was one of a number of games. There was Full Throttle, there was Day of the Tentacle, there was Dig, and even some Indiana Jones games were out at the same time. And they were all really good. The stories were brilliant. And, they were just fun games to play. And so this is the remastered version of the game. And so I thought, slightly different than all the simulation games I've been playing recently. I thought I'd put something else up. And this one will be a, shorter game to play through. Probably take half a dozen videos to get through it. And yes, so music by the Gone Jackals. If you've never heard of them, they were a Bay Area band, and they did some, didn't necessarily get massive commercial success, but they certainly got some, more recognition after this game came out. And as well, this game also does get the vocal talents of a Mr. Mark Hamill of Luke Skywalker fame. And he plays the character of Adrian Ripburger. So if you were listening to the intro part there and heard the voice and thought, that sounds familiar, it's Mark Hamill. And so now we'll just wait for the rest of the intro to finish. Doink. There we go. I've muted the rest of the music through the game, so hopefully...
Hey, Ben. You know, Ben, we're broke.
Yeah?
And if some cash doesn't come our way soon, we're in big trouble.
Relax. I have a feeling something's coming our way. Something big.
Yeah, that great big bloody limo. Hover limo at that.
You better stay out here, Rip. This place is bikers only. All right. Who's the guy that drove over my car?
possibly be taking so long?
Maybe old man Corley got himself in trouble.
Yeah, maybe they took the old guy out back and worked him over with a 2x4.
An appealing notion, but improbable. More likely he's boring them to death with some tale of the glory days.
But Malcolm, isn't that illegal?
Not back then, it wasn't.
So who do you ride with these days?
He rides with me. Although I'm sure he'd much rather be riding with your little club.
I told you to wait out in the limo, Ripburger.
I thought you might like some help with your sales pitch, sir.
Sales pitch?
Yes, we have come here today to offer you and your men employment. Mr. Corley requires an escort to the annual Corley Motors shareholders meeting.
Does this look like an escort service to you?
You would be well compensated for your time, of course.
Not interested.
It's fairly obvious that you could use the money.
Listen, I said we're not for rent. The Polecats are not goons for hire.
Not even if it were Malcolm Corley's dying wish?
Ripburger? That does it. I'm gonna...
Hold on there, Malcolm. If you don't mind, I'd like to step outside with Mr. Ripburger for a little chat.
Excellent idea.
Doesn't sound ominous, does it?
And the doctor says he only has a few months to live.
That's bad news for all of us. He's not just a nice guy. He's also the last motorcycle maker in the country. What happens to Corley Motors if he dies?
Don't worry. I have a plan.
He
And if
has
you
a
come to
plan.
the shareholders meeting with us, you'll find out what it is.
No dice, Ripburger. The Polecats are not thugs for rent. If you want to buy muscle, you should go find the Rotwheelers.
The old man says it's the Polecats or nothing.
Then I guess it'll have to be nothing.
And that's your last word?
That's it.
Well, I'd like to make you just one final offer. Bolus, take this coat and go get his motorcycle. We'll have to tie up this little 200-pound loose end. It will need to look like an accident.
That stuffed shirt actually thinks I'll leave him in control of Corley Motors when I go. Boy, is he in for a surprise.
Hey, where's Ben going?
Your colleague has decided to accept our generous offer after all. As a matter of fact, he's gone on ahead to scout out the route.
He did?
Well then, let's roll 'em, boys. Yahoo! Corville, here we come.
And that's the intro done. So yeah, so this is a point-and-click adventure game, so it's not like you'll be needing the WASD commands. This is pretty much all going to be mostly mouse for everything that you need. I'm not going to skip the cutscenes because I quite like them, and I think it's good for everyone to see the story that's behind all of this. And yeah, we should be good to go. So what you have in here is... Now, let me get myself out of here. So you see, if you tap with the mouse button, you can interact with things. And we then have...
I don't have anything.
If you use the left mouse button and hold it, you get this radial menu where you can either interact, look, talk, or kick stuff. So, like for example, I can look at the boxes,
They're empty.
look at the dumpster.
I've woken up in worse.
Yep, I've woken up in worse as well. Remember one year, many years ago, after a club up in Camden, there was, you know, literally nowhere to sleep. All the trains had finished for the night, so I ended up walking around to Camden Lock, wedged myself in by a tree and round by a corner of an area that was just sheltered out of the wind, and fell asleep for the night.
I, fixed your
Not
door.
recommended in the middle of winter.
It was sticky.
Look, I don't want no trouble. Just leave me out of this mess.
Okay, so let's go talk to matey boy.
Looks like you're out of customers.
Yeah, your gang took off with those well-dressed gentlemen. So what'll it be, Mac?
Where'd everybody head off to?
What am I, the cruise director? Maybe they're up on the Lido deck.
I think you're in on this whole bum deal.
Yeah, well, what are you gonna do about it?
Yeah, the dialogue's what makes these
do you have?
games.
I want to know who knocked me out.
Maybe you just passed out. You should learn to handle your liquor. You want something?
What do you got for a headache?
A little sympathy,
Thanks.
but not much.
Yeah, so there we go. So we've got all the dialogue. So very much, if you've played anything like the Monkey Island games, you'll know the kind of dialogue. And yeah, this. So I've got some of the games.
What might look better on your nose?
What?
The bar.
The bar. Now don't mess around with me.
All right. I got your keys, but I don't know nothing. They had guns. They told me to store you as long as possible.
Why?
I don't know. I overheard them say something about an ambush up the road.
What else?
Nothing. Look, man, here are your keys, all right? Oh, someone did say something about killing you and making it look like an accident.
They didn't do too good of a job there.
Someone
But
just
why
said it.
ambush the Polecats? I'd better get moving.
Right, cool. So we're going to head our way out. And let's just go and interact with the bike, and we'll get on and go riding. Gotta go save our gang. Yeah, I've turned the volume down a bit on some of the sound effects. With any luck, that guitar stuff in the background won't be a problem.
I'm indestructible. No one can stop me. But they try.
Hey, ain't you the A#1 polecat honcho?
Yeah, and you're in my way.
Well, get used to it, bud. When the Rockwheelers hit the road, we own it.
Look, I'm serious. Someone's ambushing the Polecats.
Someone's ambushing the polecats? Oh, heavens! Whatever will we do?
That does it.
Come on, kitty! Let's get down!
And we get to combat. See ya! Might have to mute this bit of music as well. Hopefully not. This bit at least is only riffing.
I'd like to make you just
Something about making it look like an accident. Something about killing you and making it look like an accident.
I have a plan.
They had guns.
Malcolm Corley's dying wish.
Something about an ambush up the road.
I have a plan.
Just how you want to wake up. Crashed out on the side of the road.
Man, this is gruesome. My editor better print these in color. Now I have to get you some help, I suppose. Ah, quit moaning. I know someone around here who can fix anything.
What are you?
I'm a mechanic, and apparently a pretty good doctor as well. My name's Maureen.
My name's Ben. Why did you hit me over the head, Maureen?
You were in an accident. A reporter found you and brought you and your bike here.
My bike? What have you done with my bike?
Brought it back from the dead. Sort of like what I did with you. I need a little help getting it finished, though.
Who are you?
Maureen, remember? If that's too hard, maybe you should just stick with Mo.
Do you have a last name?
I prefer not to use it. What about you?
Same deal.
Then it's Ben and Mo forever, I guess.
Ben and Mo, like Selma and Louise. Right then, so, yep, so this is now where we're getting into the main meat of the story. So we've obviously had the intro where Malcolm Corley, the head of Corley Motorcycles, and his business partner, Adrian Rittberger, were trying to set our main guy here up with his biker gang to be able to go and arrive at the Corley Motors show with a biker gang in tow. And obviously, when that didn't quite work out, they've tried to bump Ben off. So now we're now stuck in this point where we need to now start trying to get our bike fixed and go and clear our name and go and try and save our gang. So we're going to go through all the story sections here, and then we'll come back together and see where we get to. So I'll stay quiet during the bits where everyone's talking in cutscenes, but otherwise I will try and do my best to offer the relevant advice on what needs to be done. So,
This an authorized Corley Service Center?
You could call this a Corley Service Center, but I don't have the official paperwork.
Ah, an illegitimate Corley operation.
I prefer to think of it as a renegade Corley operation.
Where'd you learn bikes?
I grew up working on them with my dad. One summer we did nothing but restore this old hardtail together. I mean, we scrubbed every bolt until it shined. But he took off one day and he never came back. So I switched to toasters.
You live in this town?
Well, Melonweed's not much of a town. What's left of it is sinking about a foot a year. People either learn to adjust or they leave, which is fine with me.
Not a people person?
I'm just better with toasters, that's all. You seem more concerned with me than your bike.
How's it look?
It looks better than it did, but you gotta help me out. The front forks are wasted, so you'll have to get some new ones. And someone stole my welding torch. Can you believe that? I can't finish without one. And last but not least, I patched up your ruptured gas tank, but you're out of fuel and I don't have any.
cool. So,
I gotta get out of this town.
Three
Fast.
Trouble with the law?
sections to go and
Not
pick
in
up.
this county.
Then what's the hurry?
My gang's in trouble.
The Polecats?
How'd you know that?
Big emblem on the back of your jacket.
They're headed for an ambush, so I gotta catch 'em.
We better get this bad boy back on the road then, huh?
I don't have any money to pay you with.
Hey, this one's free. I haven't touched anything besides a toaster for so long. Getting my hands on your hog has really been a pleasure.
Well,
You and
thanks.
your hobbies,
Don't
girl.
sweat it.
Where am I supposed to find all this stuff?
You can hack it, tough guy.
Where am I gonna find new
forks?
forks?
Well, they don't have to be new, just not broken into little pieces. You could start by asking Todd in the trailer across the way. He runs the junkyard.
Cool. So we've got Todd in the trailer.
How am I supposed to find your torch?
I don't know, set up a dragnet. Still can't believe someone would steal my torch. Who around here would do a thing like that?
So,
Where's the gas?
Well, there's a whole tower full of it at the edge of town. I have this crazy, irrational intuition that tells me maybe it's worth checking out.
Actually, I think I can handle it.
Good.
cool.
Well,
Right,
I'll
we'll
let you
get back to work.
Let me know if you need any aspirin or anything.
Good. So let's take a look around here. That's just my bike. Don't need to do anything with that. What else we got? We can as well. You have a look around, and when you get the red square around the stuff, you can look at or interact with stuff. So I'm gonna quickly
Who's
try
this?
any
Oh,
location.
that's me and my Uncle Pete. He took care of me after Dad split at this place he called the Mink Ranch. And when he died, he left it to me.
You're a mink farmer?
Nah, that place went belly up long before he died. But I still go back there whenever I need to get away for a while.
Useful bit of information. And what we've got down here. So we've got a gas can.
Wish this gas can was full.
Cool. So pick up the gas can. And there's also a hose. So we're going to grab that because we'll need that for going and getting ourselves some gas. So let's head out. I'm going to go and see Todd and his trailer about the junkyard.
Oh, good. You're not dead yet. I might still get a quote.
I heard you saved my life.
Yeah, but don't worry. I wasn't trying to. I was just looking for some nice roadside disaster photos and you helped.
Ah, lovely.
Who'd want a picture of me bleeding?
It's not the blood. It's the way you were, all twisted up like a pretzel.
Listen, I've got to stop an ambush.
Ambush? Really? Where?
Somewhere between here and Corville. My crew is escorting some VIPs to the Corley Motors shareholders meeting, and there's an ambush waiting for them somewhere up the road.
Yeah?
This is hard for me. I need...
Come on, man, spit it out.
Could you give me a ride in your car? I've got to stop this ambush.
You're right. We have to get to the ambush, all right. But I'm afraid I'm without wheels at the moment.
How did you get us here?
Hitched.
Well, I'd better be going.
All right, drive safe now.
Drive safe. Now what we got here? So we've got a mailbox. Let's go take a look at that. Is there anything in there?
It's empty.
Cool. Right, let's go and take a look around. So we'll go out of this location and go somewhere else. No car, huh?
Thanks for the lift. Now I got a quote for you.
Right, so yes, so here we go. So here are our locations that we've got. We've got the junkyard over here. Todd's trailer is here, and our gas station is over here. So let's go see Todd first, because we need to go and see him. So our little Ben's going to go running around. Interesting. So let's see what's going down the skylight.
Either someone's doing some welding down there, or we're talking about some very subcode wiring.
I wonder who stole the torch.
Smells like burning metal down there.
Alright, let's go wander over to the door. See if matey boy's awake.
Who's out there? Hey! I'm trying to do my art in here, buddy. I don't got time to waste on bums like you.
I'll help you out, mate.
Hey, you lousy.
There you go. Door's open. Let's go and have a look at this cheery pile of...
This view defines true beauty.
Something or another. Right, let's see what this guy's got. So we've got a cabinet on the wall. Let's see what he's got in here. Ah, lockpick. Yes, please. What else is in the cabinet?
It's empty.
Empty. Okay, we'll close that up. And he's got his sign
His
collection.
decor has a strong carnival coin toss flavor to it.
Let's see what's in the refrigerator. And he's got some meat. I've no doubt we will find that useful for somewhere else down the line. Right, we'll close that up. That's just a refrigerator still. So, now it sounded like there was some kind of elevator that was working around. So let's go and take a look around, see if we can get into the elevator. Has he got anything on him?
I think he's had enough.
Alright, let's go wander over. And we land on a lift. cool. So what have we got here then? Let's have a look at this. So he's doing some kind of metal sculpture. Collage of stuff. What we got
I
over
nominate that as least offensive of show.
Okay, cool. So basically down here, Matey Boy has obviously been up to no good. He's been doing all these metal work that he's doing
I hope
as
he's not
his
trying to bring
art.
these to life or anything like that.
And we got old Marine's torch. It's a cheesy
That's my
grin.
welding torch. How'd you get it?
Oh, it was just lying around.
A pair of forks, little gas, and we're set.
Coolio. Right, so there we go. Got 1 of 3 bets. So next we're going to go and take a look over at the gas tower here. So what we got? Signs.
The top of this fence is electrified.
Nice. So obviously, as you can see, there's a padlock on the door.
Tough-looking padlock.
But what did we find at Todd's? A lockpick. So we can right-click to open up our inventory, left-click to click on the lockpick, and then click that on the lock. Cool. So we've got the door open now. Now we need to pick up the lock. That will be useful for something else later. I'm not going to tell you what, but I will take a look, and we'll go wander up the ladder. Alarm! Go and hide ourselves out of the way before the police arrive. They get very cool little hover bikes. Me want one. Me want 2 because I probably crashed the first one.
Hey, I don't see anybody. Maybe nobody's there. Well, then who set off the alarm, Floyd? Maybe somebody's just fooling with us. You must have missed that last guy. Well, if you could hold this thing still while I'm shooting. I'm going down for a closer look.
Lovely, come on down. Just where I need you.
I don't see nobody. He must have run away.
Nah, we would have seen him running from the air. He must be hiding up in the tower.
We got him treed.
Let's go up and get him.
Alright, cool. We've got control back, so we'll come running down here. And as you can see on the back of this little hover bike, there is a gas cap. So we're going to open that up. And we need to use the hose.
A hose won't help here.
We'll use the hose then first with the gas tank. And then we'll use our little gas can with the concertina gas bottle. And now we need to obviously use this, so let us quickly use our mouth on the hose, because we're going to need to create suction.
Hey,
although that's
who's
not
that down there in the yard?
It's him. Get him.
Where?
Over there. Quick, you go around the other side and we'll have him cornered.
Where'd he go? Let's call it quits, huh, boss?
No, let's call on reinforcements.
So yeah, you got some real redneck sounding police on their little hover bikes.
Oh, good. You get this from the gas tower?
Not exactly.
Just a pair of new forks and we're on the road.
Coolio. So now we just need to go and get ourselves our new forks. Or old forks. So, because obviously Todd, we couldn't really negotiate with him about getting something out of the junkyard. So, unfortunately, we're going to have to come over this way and see if we can try and get the door open.
Open up, Todd.
Well, can't do. Todd's been knocked out. So the only other place we've got is over here, where we have this chain. So if you go and grab hold of the chain, the roller shutter opens. Lovely. Now if we go and try and get in through the door. Nope. Go and interact with the door. Nope, can't do that. So we're going to have to let go, and the door shoots down. So, we can't get in that way. So we need to find another way around. Now, there is, down here, a latch.
No luck. This should be easy.
So what we can do is, as we picked up that padlock from earlier on, we can use the padlock on the latch. We do that, and then we come back over to the chain and go and interact with that. That should now be that the roller shutter should now be locked off. And we can go and climb the wall.
Junk.
Cool. So now we've got junk pile, and there does seem to be a little critter running around down there. So let's go dive ourselves in. And so we'll go walk our way around. What have we got around here? A wreck. Let's have a look in there.
Fire damage. Forget about it.
Okay, can't do anything there. Got a stack of
Cars.
wrecks.
No, thank you.
And so we've got a parts pile. So let's go and look in there. Or look at that anyway.
Just the kind of forks I need. Right on top.
Cool. So let's go grab those. Yep. Run, Forrest, run!
Down. Bad
I
dog.
love how he's spitting out bolts from his mouth. So, we can't obviously get there because of the dog. So we're going to now need to go and deal with the doggy problem. So we'll jump ourselves back down again. And this is how you go and get yourself rid of that dog. So we'll go over here to the right, and you should see where the camera moves around a little bit, and then we've got an area we can head off to the right. So we're going to do that. So doggies around there, so what we're going to need to do is round by where this car is, we take the meat and drop that into
Here,
that
Poochie,
blue car.
Pooch. Bon appetit, mutt.
Cool, we can quickly run back out and we'll go up into the crane. So these will be these kind of puzzles where, you know, some of these games will be... Some of the puzzles are relatively simple to use. We need to go down a bit further. Right, there we go. Let's send old Poochie Pooch up into the sky. Right, coolio. Cool, so now the dog is trapped inside the car, and it's by the magnet is being held off the ground, so now Poochie Pooch is hidden away, and we can get on with what we need to do. As you can see in the background up there, you can see the dog still is twitching away up in the car, up in the sky. So that's cool. So now we can go back to our pile of parts and we can grab what we need to. So this way, we've got the forks.
Nice
So,
forks.
thank you,
Where did
Mo.
you find them?
Right next to the knives and spoons.
Well, that's it. Wait outside for a minute and I'll finish her up. I'm working on a surprise.
I hate surprises.
All right, here she comes.
Oh, look at the beauty.
Am I cool or what?
You're amazing. I should crash that thing every day. So what's the surprise?
Oh, just your average everyday pre-regulation destroyer class solid fuel recoil booster.
You're serious?
Yes.
But only the vultures.
I have my connections. Now, are you gonna try this thing out or not? Ooh, wish I had a camera.
I wish I had some way of paying you back.
Just beat it, will ya? You're scaring away my regular customers.
Bye, Mo.
Send me a postcard from the ambush.
Oh yeah. Right, leave the place on fire. Someone else get the sense that there's more to mow than meets the eye. Well, let's try again without this time without the bike falling apart in bits. Oh look,
All right,
police
look
roadblock.
lively. He's a sneaky one.
This time he ain't getting past us.
See him?
Nope.
Keep looking.
Right, so now we need to get rid of the coppers. So now we need to go and find a way of getting them to follow us again. Or at least to hide away. So we've got routes out, top and to the side. And so now let's go and try another way of doing it. So we got going into the tower last time, got them to come, one of them to come running. Maybe if we do it again, the whole roadblock will come running. See what happens.
You hear that?
He's back at the gas tower.
He's got a lot of nerve, that piece of trash.
Let's get him.
All units follow me.
That's what we like to see. Intelligent thought about what might be going on. Okay. So the couples arrive and off we go. Do like Ben's bike, I've got to say.
Ben, how'd you get behind us?
Where are the suits?
Corley's making a pit stop. He has a bladder the size of a thimble, man.
Ripburger?
Haven't seen him in a while. Ben, man, what's the deal? Did you find something up the road? Are we headed for trouble?
No. We're in it.
Put my head in a basket, 'cause I'd had a tank full. When she blew my gasket, I surely was thankful. Till I head for the skies up above. It's a woman with wheels that I love. Yeah.
Come on, old man. I gotcha. Now, do something incriminating, like ambush somebody. Aha, the plot thickens.
You shouldn't have laughed at me in those board meetings, Malcolm.
What a psycho.
Gotcha. Hey, look what I found in the bushes.
What is that?
It's a chokehold. Come here and I'll demonstrate.
It's got a camera.
I'll get her.
No, Nestor will take care of her. You have an important engagement with the rest of the Corley family.
Right.
But don't forget to destroy that camera.
Yeah.
Now then, Malcolm, how about one for the road?
Corley?
Ben! I guess Rip Burger couldn't wait for natural causes. Just like him to hit a man when his fly's down.
Ripburger did this to you?
Yeah, he knew I was dying, and he knew that my will would put him out of a job. He wants to take over Corley Motors, Ben. Sell it off to foreigners, lay off workers, start making minivans. You understand me? Minivans! Oh. You gotta hurt him for me, Ben. Promise me you'll hurt him bad.
I promise.
I want my daughter to take over the company.
You have a daughter?
Yeah, and she's a real mechanical genius, Ben. Rebuilt her first carburetor when she was 4. I used to call her the diaper dynamo. Find my daughter, Ben. Find Maureen.
Dun,
Maureen?
Dun, dun.
Ripburger's way ahead of me. I just hope Maureen can handle herself until I get there.
Gun, I understand. Why'd he bring a camera? Who does this guy work for? Corley Motors.
Nestor, what's that moving over there by that pile?
I don't know, Rip, but I think that pile is Bolus.
Yes, now I remember. You're the smart one, aren't you?
There's Mo's shack, but I don't see the limo. Maybe I beat them here. On second thought, maybe I didn't.
Evil villain, check. Smart henchman, or at least some slimy and, you know, smart in a nasty way. Yes, check. And one big dumb henchman. Check. There we go. We have the whole villain trifecta right there. So let's have a look. What we got? So we've got a pile of debris.
Looks like someone searched this place in a hurry. Nothing left but debris, except for that smashed up camera. Back's open. No film inside. Mo said she didn't have a camera. Here's Mo's picture of her and her Uncle Pete at his mink ranch. She said she went there whenever she needed to get away for a while. That's pretty much my only lead right now.
And so the plot can happen. Right, so what we got in here? Nothing, just a bunch of old toasters. And yep, nothing else to do in here. So let's go head out, and we got to go and find Uncle Pete's mink ranch. So let's go. So the other way was Corleyville, so we're going to go head up the other way. Not that way, we need to go heading off. Oh no, that's going to take us around the back. Oh, hello.
Over here!
What have we got around here?
Over here! Ben, no time to talk.
You know, it's stank in there, but I can't remember a better sleep.
You gotta help me. Go find my editor in Corville. Tell him I took pictures of the Corley murder.
You got pictures?
Yeah, but some thug took my camera.
So you don't have any pictures?
Well, I tracked the guy to Melonweed, but I'm not going near the place. They'd kill me. Get my editor. He's gotta get me out of this. Take one of these fake IDs to get through the roadblocks.
Of course she has a fake ID.
My career is riding on those pictures. Help me, Ben. You're my only hope.
Oh, don't worry.
Lovely.
I owe you one.
Help me, Ben.
If
You're my
Miranda's
only
thug
hope.
is the same one that trashed Mo's place, that could be Miranda's camera I saw there. But then, who's got the film?
Right, so have we got a fake ID to get us through the roadblocks? Let's see what we got in here.
Hey, killer.
What?
Hey, it's cool. Your secret's safe with me.
What secret?
Haven't you been watching the news?
Once again, our top story tonight, Malcolm Corley, owner of Corley Motors, was found dead at a rest stop just outside the town of Melonweed. Apparently, the benevolent patriarch and CEO was viciously beaten about the head and neck, savagely and without mercy. Police have arrested a notorious outlaw biker gang known as the Polecats.
No.
With the exception of their leader, who is still at large. Roadblocks have been set up along Highway 9 in an effort to apprehend this dangerous and violent criminal.
We've been set up.
Roadblocks suck.
I shouldn't have left the gang there.
Hey, I don't want to hear anything about it. You ain't making me an accessory after the fact. Just lay low, man.
Except you were an accessory after the fact last time. So we know he's not going to do anything, he's just the barman. So let's go talk to our new friend over here. Nope, I'll talk to old Emmett.
Seem to have a lot of time on your hands, not to mention nicks and scratches. Am I distracting you? That your truck out front? I need a ride.
I look like a cabbie to you? Get lost. They're not letting anyone through that roadblock anyway.
Not even truckers?
They turned me around, said police business only. Pigs.
I just killed a guy.
I just killed a guy.
I'm just about to.
I don't think that's good for the table.
Hey, Quahog.
Yeah, Emmett?
I'm gonna be
Quahog.
knifing up your table for a while, all right?
The customer with the knife is always right.
Good attitude.
Look, I really need a ride.
Not gonna happen.
Why? 'Cause you're afraid of some cops?
No, because I don't like you.
Alright.
Good talking to you. Friendly folks you get in here.
Emmett's not what you'd call an I'm okay, you're okay person.
Ah, shut your hole, Quahog.
Cool. Well, there we go. So, Matey Boy is doing that. So now we can use our little fake ID and give
Here.
that
What's that?
Fake federal investigator ID.
to Emmett
Could
so
be
we
of
can
some
try and get
use at
through.
one of those roadblocks. Ever hear of this place? Uncle Pete's Mink Ranch?
I remember there used to be some sort of weasel plantation or something up the road.
Down Highway 9 on the other side of them damn roadblocks. I used to pick up mink meat there real cheap and sell it to school lunch programs. That was a good scam.
So how about a ride? What if they search the back and find my bike?
It's buried in a pile of concentrated fertilizer powder. Trust me, no one's gonna dig through that crap. Now you're gonna ride in the engine compartment.
The engine compartment?
Hey, I smuggle stuff in there all the time, and most of it's worth more than you. So stuff your carcass in there quick, and we might hit that mink dump by morning.
Hope you're better with a stick shift than you are with a knife.
Yeah.
So there we go. Managed to get ourselves through.
Oh, great. Smells like he's got a fuel leak. I love engine fires.
Must be a pretty massive truck if he can be squeezed in there with that much room between him and the engine.
Sorry, sir. Only police vehicles beyond this point.
I'm with the feds, chump. Check it out.
Huh? What's this about?
Undercover agricultural sting operation.
What's in the back?
Fertilizer.
All right, move along.
Hope you rubes get your man.
We stopped moving. Problem with your truck?
Loose hose, nothing big. I already pulled your bike out. It's sitting right over there. Well, nice knowing you.
Yeah, he doesn't sound shifty at all, does he, really?
Uh-oh. He did have a fuel leak, and he took my fuel line to fix it. That trucker's gonna die for what he did.
Right, well, let's go and see if we can go and get into the mink ranch. See if we can find where old
The barn's locked.
Mo has been. Right, so the barn's locked. Let's go and take a look inside the shack. And what we got around here. We've got a banner.
That's the insignia of the vultures. I can't believe Mo used to be a vulture. But then again, how else could she have gotten that recoil booster?
Okay, cool. What else we got around here? So we've got a pillow we can look at. Let's try and do something with it. Oh, look. We got a tire iron. Hey, we can go and play with that. Right, let's have a look what else we've got around here. So we've got pictures.
Lots of
Let's
bikes.
see what they are. And then we have a lock on the box. Can I use that to wedge it open?
Junk.
So yes, then.
And a hose I can use on my bike. I don't think Mo would mind if I borrow him. Mo?
There she goes. That's a bloody quick hose fitting. May have to mute this. Well, you never know. I'll leave it in for now. Oh yeah.
She took my booster fuel. Why is she running from me? She must think the whole world's against her. I think I know how that feels. That does it.
Don't know if anyone noticed there, the little Imperial insignia on Emmett's right arm. A tattoo of it.
Time in cavefish territory.
Oh, cavefish.
Cavefish.
Another biker gang. There you go, look, see, you got the Imperial logo on the side of his arm. Oh, there we go, one down. And there goes our bridge, the only way over. Oh, bugger. Let's find another way around now.
This cargo is worthless. We have been tricked, my brothers. Back to the cave.
The place looks deserted. Maybe the boss was wrong and she ain't coming here.
She's coming. We just got here first. That means all we have to do is sit here and wait.
Alright, so let us now go and do a little bit of investigation. So we'll get ourselves off the bike and we can... We've got tire... All we've got is tire iron on us, so... Let's go and grab some fertilizer.
Maybe I'll just take a little.
That'd be really useful. And what we want to try and do is... there's a particular reason for doing this. I'm not going to tell you why yet. But what you want to do is you want to use the tire iron on this truck. It's a particular reason.
Well, that's all of them. Can't be much holding that up now.
And we want to come around this side and get hold of the semi-trailer and give it a nudge. Very bloody lucky didn't hit our bike. Alright, so now we're back over here.
What a mess.
Cool. So there we go. So we know that we've got Nestor and his pal are waiting for us, or waiting for Mo round by the mink ranch. Rip Burgers disappeared, no one knows where. The Polecats are in police custody. And our friend Mo has disappeared. So what are we going to do next? You're going to have to tune in for the next video and find out. And if you've enjoyed the story so far, thank you very much indeed for your time. Please drop any comments down below. If you haven't played the game before and you want to have some ideas of how you think the story is going to pan out, please pop them in the comments. I'd love to hear what your theories are so far in regards to where the story is going to go. And if you've played the game before, please don't drop any spoilers. It'd be fun for people who haven't seen this game yet, because this is an older game that got a very, very nice and well-crafted remaster. And if this has dropped under people's radars, it'd be a fun game for people to get an idea of what's going on. So thank you very much indeed for joining me, and if you've enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. You take care now. Alright, bye bye.